Talbots versus Hempfield Spartans. We welcome alumni Evan Kapitnikar, class of 2018, Cody Reiser, class of 2017, and Coach Luke Lea, class of 2013. We're going to recognize our seniors, so they're going to come skating out. A nice round of applause. So, Captain Luke Reiser, number 67. A message from his parents. Luke, we watched you grow from a shy, quiet boy into a strong, independent young man. Your confidence, determination, and passion is what made you who you are and will continue to help you to succeed. You're on to an exciting journey because God has something great planned in your future. We are very proud of you, love you very much. Love Mom, Dad, Cody, Andy, and Cole. Next player, Ryan Kapitnikar. He's the alternative captain, number 92. Ryan, we enjoyed every minute of watching you play hockey. More importantly, we have enjoyed watching you grow into an exceptional young man you've become. We are so proud that you followed your perfect path for you and did so with passion, commitment, and excitement, regardless of what everyone else thought. You have the brightest future ahead of you, and it will start soon. Thank you for meaning the world to us. We love you, Mom, Dad, and Evan. Next player, Christian Cerrone. Number 67. Christian, what a great time you've had over the years watching you develop as a young hockey player and a young man. You should take pride in your perseverance and commitment to the game and your teammates. Lessons we are sure you will carry with you always. It has been a great time for us, Christian, as we know it has been for you. Memories that we will surely miss. We love you and look forward to seeing you your accomplishments in your new journey. Love, Mom and Dad. Number 13, Ben Catulli. Ben, we must say you've made it easy. You're a wonderful young man. We will miss watching you skate, but will not miss the late games. With your determination and hard work, there's no limit to what you can achieve. We are so proud and love you. Mom, Dad, and Anna. Next up, our goalie, number 36, Jake McGee. Jake, it's been exciting and a pleasure to watch you play varsity hockey at Hampton High School for the last 4 years. I've enjoyed watching you evolve into a wonderful person that you are. I look forward to all you've accomplished and I'm sure you achieve in the future. Love, Mom. Jacob, what an amazing journey has been watching you develop into a phenomenal young man. From the knee hockey marathons, travel tournaments, showcases, and all-star games to 4 years of varsity ice hockey, I am both honored and humbled to have witnessed your talent stopping pucks for the last 14 years. Hockey is a microcosm of life in so much as it takes perseverance, determination, selflessness, commitment, and teamwork in order to succeed, no matter what one does. If raising a well-rounded, smart, young man equated to winning championships, then I've won the Stanley Cup 18 times. And more importantly, I can't wait to see the astonishing things you'll accomplish moving forward. I love you more than life itself, Dad. And last player is Ian Sullivan, number 96. Ian, you're commended for taking on a sport like ice hockey that has such a steep learning curve in your senior year. You've improved so much over the year, owing especially to the dedication to making everyone on the practice in every game, even knowing you might only get a shift or two some nights. It is this kind of dedication that will serve you well in your life as you move forward into college and beyond. We hope you continue your love for hockey and continue playing well into adulthood. Much love, Mom, Dad, and all the siblings and the dogs. Let's get a nice round of applause for our seniors. We also want to recognize our rest of the varsity team that's out there. Put your sticks up, boys. Varsity. Nice round of applause for them too, please. We have some representatives from our middle school team. Put your sticks up, guys and girls. And we also have our elementary team here. Put your sticks up, kids. And a quick round of applause for our coaches. We have our varsity coaches out there in the middle of the ice. over to the bench right here to the left. Hands up, guys. And of course, we have our elementary coaches over here to the right of me here. Round of applause for them. And parents, thank you again for supporting the program. Good luck, Talbots, tonight. Our national anthem is going to be sung shortly after License Cut by Rachel Sims, who is a senior as well. Thank you for coming out. Let's go, Talbots.
Well, we started a little bit live early today, but we're here at the Frozen Pond Arena in Valencia as we are bringing you Burgh Hockey Live, Hempfield and Hampton. You just saw the senior night festivities for the Hampton Talbots. We will move along and have the game here momentarily. Just going to give you some updates. Baldwin defeated South Fayette 1-0. And they ended the season 17-1 for the Highlanders. They'll move on to play the second seed in the Northwest, which is still undecided at this point. We'll actually give you an update here momentarily. They're going to cut the ice, and then we will have the anthem and the face-off here from Frozen Pond. Let's see what we've got. Mars over Moon, 6-0. Montour now leads Penn Trafford 7-3. So it looks like Montour and West Allegheny are going to play a qualifier game. We don't know where. We know it's on Sunday. Just got to figure out when that game is going to be played at this point. Then we move along and look and see in Class AAA. That game doesn't really mean a lot, but we'll go ahead and look at it anyway. There's no score between Franklin Regional and Greater Latrobe. That just started minutes ago. Bethel Park and Mount Lebanon. Mount Lebanon leading Bethel Park 4-2. Looks like that's late in the third period. Of course, you joined me for the pregame show. I brought you everything that you needed to know about this. That game's almost completed. Bethel Park will play North Allegheny in the first round, so regardless of how it plays out, we will have our play-in game there. Then Class B, we'll move down and look at the schedule there. Looks like Burrell. It's official. Burrell is the number 3 seed as Avonworth defeats Wilmington 7-1 at the Hess Ice Rink. Burrell will play Carrick in the first round of the postseason before they even take the ice against McDowell, and that will take place in about 6 minutes. So, that being said, we will be back on Burgh Hockey Live for Hampton and Hempfield momentarily. Well, we have our first confirmed qualifier game in the PIHL. It will be Montour. It will be West Allegheny. We do not know where it'll be, but it will be happening. And Montour defeats Penn Trafford 7-3 at Center Ice Arena. So Sunday, we will have a qualifier game between Montour and West Allegheny. Final just came through. Updates from around the rinks right now. Mars defeats Moon 7-0 at Barrel Ice Complex. Thursday night's game will be for the Northwest Division between Mars and Quaker Valley. Baldwin defeats South Fayette 1-0. Franklin Regional and Greater Latrobe 0-0 second period. That's another one, big one, coupled with this game as Hempfield and Hampton get ready to face off. Hempfield needs 2 points here to be able to get at least in a position where they can clinch a qualifier game, depending on what happens with Franklin Regional and the Greater Latrobe Wildcats. If Franklin Regional defeats Greater Latrobe, then Franklin Regional will have 22 points. If they lose and Hempfield wins, Hempfield's in. If they win and Hempfield loses, then Franklin Regional's in. We'll know by the end of this evening how this game plays out, by the end of this broadcast at least. So 1 point may not be enough for one of these teams. So we'll see how it all works out here. We're getting ready for the opening warm-ups between the teams right now. Players are waiting for them to close the Zamboni door, put the nets on the ice, and we will have ourselves a warm-up period here. Gonna raise the camera up a little bit. Try to give us a little bit of opening. Oops. My apologies, guys. I went to raise the camera and I accidentally unplugged it. Trying to make sure that we don't have any interference here. We have a final from Center Ice Arena from Jared Tonhunter, 7-3. Penn Trafford defeated Montour. Throws us down to right there. Lock it in. Put the camera in place. We've got players on the ice. We're going to find out here momentarily. How are we talking? I just got some messages. Of course, we have a play-in game between West Allegheny and Montour. If you're just joining us, Montour defeating Penn Trafford 7-4 this evening. Just happened at Center Ice Arena. So it'll be how we're going with that one. We're looking at this game because it's a possibility for the Hempfield Spartans to get one of the play-in games themselves, and they need at least a victory here tonight to put them in a position where they can have that play-in game. So 1 point might do it, 2 points might do it, depending on what happens a little bit southeast of here as Greater Latrobe and Franklin Regional are facing off. I'm going to try to give you sporadic updates throughout the evening. It's 0-0 from Kirk Nevin Arena right now, but that could change. We are at Frozen Pond Arena. This is Burgh Hockey Live. This is PIHL Hockey. My name is Brian Mitchell. Thank you for joining me for my final solo broadcast of the 2019-20 season, bringing you high school hockey on Burgh Hockey Live throughout this year. I want to thank everybody for viewing and watching throughout the year. We'll talk about the teams now. For the Hempfield Spartans coming into this one as the road squad. They're led by Matt Trzynski. 44 points on the season, 27 goals, 17 assists. 8 of those on the power play. A prolific score there. Christian Konecka, 12 goals, 20 assists, 32 points. In second place on the squad. Then Trent Gray, the dynamic defender, 7 goals, 16 assists. You move down the list and you just see another 12-goal scorer, an 11-goal scorer, and Holtzman Bruno, 10 goals on the season. So Hempfield can put the puck in the net. But you look at it and then you look at Hampton, only have one 10-goal scorer, and that's an 11-goal scorer, Joey Pankowski. Joey Pankowski has 11 goals and 9 assists, the dynamic freshman. 20 points on the year. Mitch Hurst, second place on the team, 7 goals, 8 assists, 15 points. Logan Scanlon, 7 goals, 7 assists for 14 points on the year. Hempfield in net, it's been a little bit rough. They've been able to score the goals, having a hard time stopping them also. Joe Baylor, 7-3 on the year, 324 goals against average and 848 save percentage. And Matthew Overdorf, an 826 save percentage. I promise you guys this week that I will make sure I announce the correct goaltenders on the evening. For Hampton, Jake McGee, 3-9 on the year, 425 save percentage, and an 425 goals against average and 889 save percentage. So you look at that, and it's been a down year, but, you know, it's a tougher squad this year. The dynamic in AA has changed with the teams moving up, teams moving down, going to divisions. So it's a little bit tougher of an update for it. So we've got our teams on the ice. We got 45 seconds till we have our national anthem. We will be allowing the singer for the national anthem. I didn't catch her name, but I've seen her sing here a couple times, and she will be singing here momentarily. I'll be turning up the crowd mic, and we will have that for you momentarily. The teams are finishing up their warm-ups here at the Frozen Pond Arena. Collecting the pucks out of the nets. Looking to see if we have our goaltending matchup for tonight. It looks like it's going to be Jake McGee to our left. He's going to start on senior night here. Final game for the Talbots this season. Hempfield to our right. Apparently, it looks like it's going to be Matthew Overdorf starting in the cage. Wait and see who ends up on the bench for the Spartans. They'll line up at center ice. We'll turn on the crowd mic, and we will bring you the national anthem.
And now, to honor America and those who serve her, please rise and direct your attention toward the flag. Tonight, we have Hampton senior Rachel Sims to sing our national anthem.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Quick update from Kirk Nevin Arena. Franklin Regional 1, Greater Latrobe nothing. Franklin Regional leading Greater Latrobe 1-0 after one. Yes, sir, you're looking at me like you're a little stunned, but that is true. That is the scoreboard that I've got. Kevin Kakenik with, Trent London with the goal for Greater Latrobe. So we're talking about the tiebreakers and such, and Hempfield, if Franklin Regional wins, is going to have their work cut out for them this evening. Franklin Regional leading 1-0, out-shooting Greater Latrobe this evening. So we're going to be touching base in that game. I've got somebody down there feeding me information as it happens. So even strength goal for London at 9:39. We're going to have a face-off here, however. We do still have a hockey game in front of us. Trzynski's waiting at center. He's going to step in with Reiser, and we'll have a face-off here. Kavanaugh will drop the puck, and here we go. Hempfield wins the face-off back. Up for Trzynski. Verdilla will just dump it into the zone, back and behind. Chased around. Konecka will just let it out for Trent Gray. Gray over to Trzynski, gets it in for Konecka. Throws it in the zone. Goes on net. It's going to go out of the zone. Gray will have to chase it down the ice. Behind his own net, Gray. It will be Joe Baylor in net for Hempfield. It's going to pick up by Reiser. Reiser shot. Saved by Baylor off his arm. Into the corner. A little off. Hampton will collect to try to get it, keep it in the zone. Kaprivnikar has a hard time keeping it, but is able to dump it behind the net. Griffith battles behind, throws in front. Oh, opportunity backhand by Cerrone. Down Gray, bounces it off the glass and up to Kaprivnikar, and he just throws it around. Konecka will knock it down and carries it into the zone. Tries to look for Reiser. Reiser goes for a line change. Scanlon battles along with Konecka. There's an in front shot. Score! Matt Trzynski early, and it's 1-0 Hempfield. Early goal by Trzynski, finding the pass from Konecka in the slot, and Hempfield leads this contest on an early 1-0 lead. Face-off coming up. Stop in. One across, thrown in by Dunlop. He's going to go back out of the zone. Rendulic gets it across for Dunlap, who carries it in. Aiden Dunlap goes to the slot. Top of the circles. Backhand throws it across behind the net. And in behind. Hampton will collect it. Leone. Try to get it around. Dunlap will play catch at the point. Hampton tries to get out of their zone. Reiser having a hard time. He's got smiles all over him. Goes out of the zone. Serliglione throws it down the ice and behind on net. It's going to be held on by Baylor. Face-off coming up to the right of the Hempfield net. One nothing. Hempfield leads Hampton early here on a goal by Matt Trzynski. I'm Brian Mitchell. This is Burgh Hockey Live. Varley takes the face-off win, throws a backhand on net that goes behind. Around for Hurst. Hurst looks for Catulli. He's going to battle along the boards. Catulli will throw it on net, saved by Baylor. Hurst tries to throw another one on, glove down by Baylor, and we'll have a face-off to the right of the Hempfield net. Going to adjust and get some of these names with the faces here. Gray takes the face-off win, throws it out of the zone, looks for Radilla. Radilla carries it down, shots just wide of the net, all the way out to the point. Eisman throws it around. Hurst is going to collect it. Dembowski throw it out of the zone. It's going to go down. Chased down by Varley. Gray gets it across and carried out of the zone. by Eisman, just up and hits the rafters, and we'll have ourselves a face-off. 14-13 remaining, first period. Nothing. I'm sorry, it's 1-0. Hempfield leading this contest. Looking at the lower shots on goal area here. Make mistakes every once in a while. Check in on this Franklin Regional Greater Latrobe score when we can. Scanlon steps in with Dunlap. Battle along the boards. Cerrone can't get it out. He's going to go back behind the net. It's going to be picked up by Holtzman. Bounced out to the point, past the defender, and it's going to be chased down to the opposite side. Hempfield will have to collect it, take it behind their net. They throw it around the ice for Holtzman. Can't get to it. They'll stay in the zone for Hampton. Out of the log, and here goes Hempfield the other way. Hempfield put it in. That was Smiles along the boards. Looking for Holtzman. They'll battle around. It's collected by Smiles. Hunter Smiles gets it back to Holtzman. To the point. Shot on. Held on to by McGee. On a shot from the point by Tristan Lloyd in a face-off coming up to the left of the Hampton net. Still 1-0 with 7:21 remaining in the second period out in Kirk Nevin Arena as we chase the playoff rushes here. Face-off coming up. One forward and on net. McGee with the save. Dembowski take it out, throw it to the point, but it's going to be picked up by Hempfield. Battle along by Hurst. Hurst and Radilla. Battle out. Hurst will collect it. Get it to Varley. Splits the D. Has Gray on him. Varley comes in. Nice play by Gray to break it up. Varley battles along the boards with Saltzgiver. Shot by Hampton goes just wide of the net. Battle along between Gray and it looks like Hurst. Down low. Run in front. Hampton goes up, and it's going to come all the way out to the point where Hempfield will collect it. And going the other way is Hempfield. Cut off was Griffith. He picked up by Wast, but Hampton will come the other way. Dembowski throws it in, bounces it off a defender, and it's going to go back out where he picked up by Wast. Wast is going to get it across for Griffith. Back out to the point. Wast battles along the boards and cleared out of the zone where Gray will collect it at center. Trent Gray, the S-Mark Stars product. Just dump it in. It's going to be picked up by Luke Reiser. Reiser coming the other way. Reiser comes in, throws it into the corner. Sullivan back behind, bounces it off of a defender. That was Radilla. It'll stay in the zone. They'll battle along. Reiser comes across the slot. Top of the circle. Oh, wait for it. Shot and touched by Konecka. And we'll have ourselves a penalty, a cross check coming up. Let's see who the guilty party is. It'll be Trent Gray going to the box for Hempfield. 11:54, first period. Franklin Regional leading Greater Latrobe 2-0 after 2 periods at Kirk Nevin Arena. Your update. Hampton win the face-off, up the cross-check, out for Reiser. Reiser at the point. Back down. Serliglione throws it back up to the point to Reiser, back to Serliglione. Down low for Scanlon. Scanlon and Serliglione. Up for Reiser. Reiser looking for Cerrone. Bounces across. Konechka will just take it and dump it down the ice. Down to the point, Serliglione battles out, and it's going to go all the way out and all the way up for Pankowski, but it's going to be picked up by Hempfield and thrown all the way down on net where it's gloved by McGee. Down for Serliglione, but it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be Crivello. Crivello bouncing around, thrown out of the zone. Pankowski will come the other way. Pankowski, the freshman, comes to the top of the circles, skates around. Gets around the defense, waits for it, and it's going to be picked up and cleared by Hempfield. A battle along in the boards. Trzynski picks it up, gets it around 2 defenders, can't get around the third as Hurst knocks it off of his stick. And Hurst will take it and carry it across the blue. Throws it up across the red. They're looking for Dembowski. It does get to his feet, but he can't hold on to it. Cleared out. Dembowski's going to take it, bounce it up to Bianco. Bianco across for Catulli. For Varley. Varley, big hit! Coming off by Holtzman. Down, Varley takes it, shot just wide of the net. Down for Bianco. Bianco, 14 seconds remaining in the power play. Dembowski is going to chase it down, clear it up, and Holtzman will just take it, let it go clear all the way down the ice. Short-handed, 6 seconds remaining in the power play for Hampton. It's going to go clear out. Holtzman, McGee gets back in, save, knocks it into the netting, and we'll have a face-off to the left of the Hampton cage. 9:54 remaining, first period. 2-0 Franklin Regional leads Greater Latrobe. Hempfield leading Hampton 1-0 here in the first. Face-off won by the Spartans. Back to the point. Rendulic passes it up, finds Holtzman. Holtz gets it over to Tristan Lloyd, who dumps it in, goes back across. Reiser will take it for Saliglione. Picked up and brought in the other way by Smiles. Smiles throws it behind the net. Holtzman battles, is going to pick up. Shot just wide by Dunlap. Dunlap clears it out, and it's going to go clear back to the blue line. Out here comes the Spartans again as Aiden Dunlap throws a shot on net. Hurst will pick it up and take it the other way. Hurst carries it across center. Tries to get around the defense, can't do so. Nice play by Dunlap. He picked up, and Varley will take it the other way, but he's got 3 blue shirts to beat. Gets around 2 of them. Can't get around the third. Nice play there by Tristan Lloyd to break that one up. It's going to go out to Varley in front of the Hempfield net. Dumped down behind. Varley will dump it around to the point. Cerrone throws it into the slot where it's picked up by Hempfield, and going the other way are the Spartans, but Hurst battles off a Hempfield forward. Back around, Dembowski go around for Hurst. Hurst into the corner. Bounces it back and around, Dembowski. Behind the net, throws it up. Catulli for Dembowski. Threw it across, Trzynski will take it, dumps it up to Gray. Gray's going to come in with Konecka. Gray and Konecka. Backhanded in, looking for Radilla. Zach Radilla will chase it behind. Going to battle off with Cerrone. He's going to make his way over to Konecka on the close wall. Up for Trzynski, trying to get it through the legs of Dembowski. Bounces off his feet, and here come the Talbots 3-on-2. Varley throws it, block. Dembowski just throws a weak shot into the corner. Gray will take it, bounce it up for Cerrone. Cerrone's going to take it, split up the Hempfield defense. Trzynski's going to collect it and throw it back behind for Antamarino. Radilla will take it back in his own zone. Carries it across the circles. We've fought off by Pankowski, and here comes Radilla through the nose, but Scanlon's going to give it to Pankowski. Pankowski with Gray to beat. Pankowski shot, stick in by Gray, held on to, and back in behind. Hampton will collect it at center. Catulli will get it up to Saliglione. Will get it up for Pankowski. He's got Antamarino to beat, but it's going to go to Konecka, who just dumps it up for Ratanavale. Pankowski in the near corner. Hampton getting a little bit of pressure here. Thrown across by Saliglione. Shot by Pankowski, held on to by Baylor, and you'll have a face-off coming up. Let's see what the score of a face-off coming up to the right of the Hempfield net. I'm hearing 2-0. I'm seeing 1-0 still. Let's double-check that. 2-0. Second goal came from Kevin Kokenik. So it is 2-0 Franklin Regional over Greater Latrobe right now. Watch out for the Panthers. Reiser stands up. A member of the Spartans. Nick Wast, that was. Picked up by Dembowski, who just dumps it out of the zone. Lloyd will be there with Smiles. Cleared across the center. Varley just gets it up. It's going to be kept by Wast. Throws it on net. Held on to by McGee. He's going to let it go behind the net. Wast. He's off with Crivello. Just dumps it out. Varley will come the other way. Varley battling in. Brings it in. Shot. Scores! Hampton ties it at 1. Ethan Varley with his 7th of the season brings it in, powers in, and just beats Baylor low. 1-1 is your score here at Frozen Pond Arena. Well, they did it once this year. They can definitely have another day here against Hempfield if Hampton really wants it. They've been coming on strong in the last 5 minutes or so. Bianco will just dump it across, looking for Scanlon. Scanlon gets it across for Pankowski. Pankowski brings it in, battles around. Sullivan in front, Scanlon behind the net. Passes to Scanlon, who circles around. Sullivan in front, shot on by off of Baylor. Goes to the corner. Gray will pick it up. Pankowski, and it's going to be carried out by the Spartans. Here comes Hunter Smiles. Smiles brings it in, shot. Goes off into McGee and held onto, and the net will come off as players chase in. 5:18 remaining in the first. Face-off coming down. Serliglione battles on, shot on nicely by Smiles, goes wide of the net, back behind the net. Radilla just gets it around. Sorry, Holtzman. The 9s and 8s on these Hempfield jerseys are a little bit rough to follow. I'll try to get the combinations going here. Holtzman tried to look for Eisman at the point, couldn't get it to him. Varley's going to pick it up and go the other way. Varley has the only goal for Hampton today. Throws it across. Finds Serliglione, but he can't get a stick on it. Backing around for Hurst. Hurst battles along the boards, and it's going to be picked up and cleared out by Hempfield. Icing is waved off. Reiser will chase it behind. Cerrone will get the puck in his own zone, carry it across the blue, carry it across the red, throws it in deep behind the net, takes a hit from Smiles. It'll be picked up by Hempfield, and it's going to go up off the top of the glass. Gray's going to have to chase it down. Serliglione behind the net. Battles off with Lloyd. Lloyd. Serliglione throws it in front. Opportunity there for Pankowski, held on to by Baylor, and it will be held onto and face off coming up to the left of the Hempfield net. 1-1 is your score here. Wonder if our little spike in viewership happened due to the intermission between the Greater Latrobe game. Reiser's shot was tipped, went wide of the net. Back out of the zone, looking for Trzynski, but Scanlon will pick it up. Scanlon throws it across, but picked up by Konecka. Christian Konecka will carry it into the zone. Throws it on net, looks for Trzynski on the near wall. Trzynski chases it down. Back for Konecka, but it's going to be picked up by Reiser. Reiser just dumps it behind. Trzynski's waiting there for it, throws it in front. Just a little bit too high for it, goes to the point. Back out for Trzynski. To the point, Radilla over for Konecka, can't get to it, back behind. Thrown down for Radilla. Radilla up to the point. Passed around, looking for Konecka, and it's going to go clear. Lloyd will take it, and nicely knocked back in by Rendulic. Brought in by Trzynski, who shoots. Saved by McGee. Down for Varley. Trzynski waits for it, goes to the front. Radilla shot, saved by McGee. Rebound in, wide open goal, score. Radilla with the goal, 10th of the season. And it's 2-1 Hempfield. Wide open goal. The puck just sneaked through to him. And it is 2-1 Hempfield here. 3:06 the time of the goal in the first period. Face-off coming up. Back to the point and all the way down. We battled off. Hurst with Saltzgiver. Hurst is going to be battled with Saltzgiver. They're going to play catch there for a little bit, throw it in front to Hurst. Bianco takes it, shot. Blocked in front. Bianco throws it around. Going to be picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan throws it in front. Going to go straight to a blue stick. Saltzgiver's going to pass it across for Gray. Gray's going to carry it out of the zone. Into his own zone. Trent Gray, nice stick there by Bianco to break it up. Shot wide by Griffith. Griffith. Going to go back behind the net. Crivello. Griffith going to battle. Going to clear it out of the zone. Hurst is going to take it. Go Varley. Varley into the zone. Waits for it. It's going to be picked up. And here comes Gray. Gray's going to pass it up. Find Griffith. Griffith comes in. But it's going to be picked by the Talbots. And it's going to go back out of the zone. Saltzgiver will just dump it deep. Hampton will just throw it back out. They'll play Pong for a bit. Hurst is going to nice little takeaway at the point. Shot on. Saved by Baylor. On for Siliglione and tries to knock it out of midair and gloved by Baylor and held on to. 1:46 remaining in the first period. Hempfield leading Hampton 2-1 here. Face-off coming up to the left of the Hempfield zone. Based on what's going on right now in Greensburg, it looks like Hempfield's going to need all 2 points. Unless Greater Latrobe can turn that level on. Franklin Regional playing like there's no tomorrow, because really, there isn't. Zal for Siliglione. He's going to go to the point. Shot. Save made. Thrown around. McGee didn't know where it was. It was caught in everybody's feet, so nobody knew where it was. Cleared out behind. Behind the net, Scanlon will take it. They're going to battle around. Shot on net. Picked up by Hempfield. Hempfield battles around for Scanlon. Scanlon carries it across, looks for Pankowski as he comes out of the zone. Pankowski in shot, save Baylor. Goes out and cleared up to the point. But Hampton can't hold on to it. Cotilli will take it in front of his own net, gets it over. And it's going to be picked up by Holtzman. Holtzman carries it in, blocked by Siliglione, but Holtzman will stay on the backhand over McGee. Back around, shot. Reiser battled off to the boards. Shot on, cleared around. Siliglione is going to collect it on his own half wall, carry it out of the zone. Nope. Almost an opportunity there for Hempfield to turnover. Take a turnover there. Siliglione in to the zone, waits for it, thinks about it, throws it on net. Baylor will block it off to the far corner. Back behind, Hampton takes it, dumps it all the way out. Radilla can't get to it. It's going to go clear down. 19 seconds to go in the first. Cerrone back behind the net. Radinale, big save by McGee in front. Back down. Here comes Varley the other way. 7 seconds to go in the period. Varley will take it down, battled off with Lloyd. Hit by Varley. They're going to let this one end the first period. Score, Hempfield 2 and Hampton 1. We will be back momentarily for your second period here at Frozen Pond Arena. Second period, here we go. Hempfield leads Hampton 2-1, looking to try to stay, I guess, in the groove with Franklin Regional, who leads Greater Latrobe 2-0 right now from Kirk Nevin, and we will continue to talk about that because that is the race right now. Pankowski's going to carry it into the zone, brings it across. Serlignioni's shot, save May. Scanlon picks it up, shot blocked by Knitska. Out for Reiser, back around, gets past Trzynski. Serlignioni throws it around for Pankowski. Down Pankowski. Battles behind the net. He picked up. Radilla's going to try to chase this one down. He beats Cerrone to the puck. Radilla comes in, looks for the pass on Reiser, bounces off the Reiser. Quick play by McGee. He holds on to it. The 16-19 remaining in the second period. It'll be a face-off to the right of the Hampton net. Quick play by McGee on that bounce off of the leg of Reiser. Face-off coming up to the right. Hurst steps in with Overdorf. Cleared out of the zone with Dunlap. Dunlap will carry it in. Looks for Holtzman. Thrown on net. Save by McGee. Chicken wings it under the blocker pad. Shots at the end of the first. Officially 11-11. I'll use those numbers because I will get eyes thrown at me if I don't. Hampton coming in. It's going to be Varley with Dembowski. Battled off. Nice play by Lloyd to break that up. It's going to go out of the zone. Bianco will have to take it at center. Blocked by Dunlap. Battled along here by Smiles. It's going to be picked up by Hurst, and Hurst will come the other way. Hurst into the offensive zone has two blue shirts to beat. A little bit of help from Dembowski, but Dunlap will take it the other way up for Smiles. Smiles has Holtzman cutting to the net. Blocked by Smiles, goes behind. Holtzman will get it out to the point. That'll be Rendulic. Rendulic bounces off of a Hampton stick. Dembowski will take it and just dump it back out of the zone, looking for Hurst. It's going to be nicely taken by Hurst, battled with Lloyd. Backed out. Nice play by Dembowski to take it, get around the defender. Around Rendulic, who's just going to dump it into the corner where Holtzman will just dump it around once more. Back down. It's going to be Smiles. Smiles can't get it past Serlignioni, but they're going to have to play a little bit of catch to do that, to get it to Dunlap. And picked up by Holtzman, blocked as it's going out by Krivnikar, and dumped down. Lloyd across for Dunlap. Dumps it out and looking for the centering pass that goes past the center stick and into the corner. Back down, shot, scores! Trzynski says it's somebody else's goal, but he's leading the pack as if it is, and it's 3-1 Hempfield here. Let's see what we got on the replay. They battle out of the corner. Trzynski rolls down to the side of the net. Shot by Gray. Trzynski just taps it in, and it's 3-1 Hempfield. Serlignioni throws it, blocked. Back in behind. They'll battle. Goes out. Shot by Scanlon, blocked. Scanlon will circle back into the far corner. Down for Serlignioni has Reiser in front. Reiser plays with it, but it's going to be picked up by Hampton. Once again, Scanlon shot from a hard angle, and it's going to be Baylor with the save. 14 minutes remaining, second period. Face-off coming up to the left of the Hempfield net. Back down for Sullivan. We are now in the third period of the other Southwest game as Hempfield tries to clear it out of the zone and puts it off of the rafters. Got to try to get a name for number 16. He's not on the roster as I see it. Face-off coming up. Trzynski wins it back, but it's going to be picked up by Sullivan. Saved by Baylor. 13:46 remaining, second period. Face-off won by Hampton. Shot on, goes wide into the near corner. Battle along the boards, picked up by Radilla. Zach Radilla will just dump it up for Konecka. Konecka will carry it in. Shot, save made. Trzynski was in the opposite post, couldn't get to it. Back around. Nice pass for Radilla to Trzynski. Gets it down to Konecka, who can't get the pass across for Trzynski. Nice save there. Reiser battles and is able to get the puck back behind the net where Hurst will collect it. It'll be picked off by Radilla on the half wall, but Hampton can't control it as Dembowski will take it out of the zone. Dembowski will just dump it behind the net. Up and around for Konecka. Cleared on, save, shot, big shot by Dembowski, saved by Baylor. Then we'll face off to the right of the Hempfield net. Once again, this is my final solo broadcast of the year. We will be at Printscape Arena tomorrow for our final doubleheader of the year. This is a legend, Matt Geica, will be calling Peters Township hockey for the last time this season in the regular season. As Peters will host Cathedral Prep for the number 3 seed in AAA. And then we will have the follow-up game between Cannon McMillan and Upper St. Clair's. Cannon McMillan still battling to get that 4 seed, pending what happens between Cathedral Prep and Peters Township. One shot, score! 4-1 is your score. Hempfield leads as Aiden Dunlop gets his 10th of the season. And Hempfield just using a little bit of luck and a lot of skill to beat McGee. Timeout. Hampton with 12:42 remaining in the second. We will have a timeout. We're at 9:47 mark of the third period at Kirk Nevin Arena in Greensburg. Still 2-0. Still 2-0. Franklin Regional leading Greater Latrobe. So that one looking more and more like we're going to have a qualifier game in AA, if in this AA situation, because you already got the one. Why not go for a second here? Montour defeated Penn Trafford, so Montour is now officially in the running for a qualifier game with West Allegheny on Sunday. Hempfield staring that down with Franklin Regional, as Franklin Regional is doing the not impossible but tough task of leading Greater Latrobe late in the contest by 2 goals. Face-off coming up at center here between these two. We have the other one, of course, Mars defeating Moon, so that game on Thursday will be for the division, the Northwest Division. Sir Lignioni will win the face-off forward, carries it in, battles along, around, throws it up front. It's going to be picked up by Holtzgiver. And Hempfield will get the opening pass all the way up for Smiles. Nice kick by Reiser. Gets it up to Sir Lignioni. He's got 2 blue shirts in front of him. Sir Lignioni waits. Is Pankowski on his left. Stumps it across. Bounces off the blocker. Shot by Reiser goes wide of the net. Out to the point. Scanlon will chase it down, but Holtzgiver will just dump it out. Holtzman, I'm sorry, will dump it out and backhanded on by Smiles. Up to the point and picked up by Holtzman. Holtzman will carry it into the zone, dump it, throw it on net. Where Randulik will battle along, but this will be taken by Holtzman. Holtzman and Scanlon battle along behind. Sir Lignioni will take it, passes it off for Scanlon. Scanlon has Pankowski on his left, waits for it, throws it on net, saved by Baylor, just goes to the net. Pankowski will go back and try to get it off of Randulik, who picked up by Varley. Back to the point, Scanlon, shot, save from Bianco. Lloyd will take it behind the net. Tristan Lloyd bounces it up. Going to clear down and out. Or Dunlap will just dump it in for Konecka. Bianco will be the first one to get to that. Dembowski will have to battle with Trzynski on the boards. Backhand by Dembowski. Can't get it out. Picked up by Hempfield. Trzynski can't get it out. Battles Hurst behind the net. Battled around. Clear down. Varley battles with Trzynski. down. Trzynski behind the net for Bianco. Bianco around for Varley. Varley up for Dembowski. He just dumps it into the zone. 10:30 remaining in the second period here. Knitska battles along with Hurst. Kept in by Cerrone. Back behind the net. Cleared into the corner. Another battle off, and Radilla tries to separate Dembowski, but it's going to be picked up and cleared out by Hempfield. Trzynski will go the other way, and it'll be offside. 10:14 remaining in the second period. 4-1 is your score here. Hempfield leading Hampton. We'll go one more look back at Kirk Nevin Arena. Still 2-0. Less than 10 minutes remaining in that one. Hurst carries it into the zone. Hurst waits for it. It's picked up by Michael Radilla, but it's going to be battled along. Tristan Gray behind the net. Around for A.J. Crivello, looking for Mike Crivello. Crivello battles with Rivella, and they're going to get to it, but it's going to be bounced around, and here comes Cerrone. Cerrone into the zone, bounces up and along. Sullivan out for Catulli. 6.5 to go in Greensburg, still 2-0, as per my sources. Back down the zone. Crivelli can't get to it, so Hurst will take it. Nice play by Hurst to bring it into the zone. Hurst looks for two blue shirts and throws it on net. Held on to by Baylor, and face-off coming up to the right of the Hempfield net. 9:28 remaining second period. Dunlap steps in with Scanlon. Won by Scanlon, back for Pankowski, who takes it on into the near corner. Sorry, far corner. Out for so shot behind the net. Serliglione chases it down. They all battle along the half wall. So picked up and carried out by Lloyd. Gets it up for Dunlap. Dunlap carries it in and around. Shot, save made. Bounce up and looks for Holtzman. He'll take it. He's got Rendulic and Lloyd behind him. Here comes Holtzman. Holtzman carries it into the zone. Throws it across. Goes through Dunlap, and it's going to go the other way. Here comes Hampton. Pankowski into the zone. Tries to get around Rendulic. Can't do so. It's going to be picked up and taken out by Dunlap. And Privnikar will have to chase it down. And it goes out of the zone. Bounces it up in front of us. They'll battle in front. And Serliglione's going to make his way around Dunlap. Waits for it. Passes out for Ratinale. Serliglione waits, throws it behind the net. Scanlon up in front. It's going to go over to a Spartan who brings it in. Waits. Rendulic is behind the net. Tries a centering pass. Picked up by Scanlon. Trzynski battling along. Scanlon's going to take it out of the zone. Battles off two Hempfield Spartans. Gets it around for Pankowski. Pankowski comes in around Gray. Waits for it. It's going to be picked up, and Trzynski behind the net. Loses the puck momentarily. Pankowski chases him down, but he gets it over for Gray. Gray carries it across center into the offensive zone. Trent Gray to the slot. Shot just wide off the toe of McGee. Knitska does it behind, looks for Bianco. Bianco does throw it in front, picked up by Knitska. Out to the point, Antamarino can't find it. Reiser can't get to it. It's going to go back to Trzynski. Throws it for Knitska, but it's going to be turned over for Hurst. 3-on-2 develop. 4-on-2 if they hurry. Hurst going the other way. Hurst passes it back for Reiser. Reiser shoots, bounces off of Antamarino, and he comes the other way. Antamarino coming in 3-on. Opportunity for Trzynski, but it's going to go the other way and can't get it over to Varley, who picks it up. They're offside. Going to get on. Dembowski throws it on, and it's going to bounce around. Opportunity here. Shot on. Reiser, save made. Back around. It's behind it. Scores! Hampton gets the second goal of the game at 6:44 of the second period. bounces it off of Baylor from a tough angle and into the net. It looks like it's going to be Hurst's goal. Mitch Hurst with his 8th of the season, and it's 4-2. 2-1 is your score now at Kirk Nevin Arena. It's off one back, and Hurst is going to carry it back in. Here comes Hampton. Hampton shot on by Hurst. Big save by Baylor, but he's battled off, and it's going to go back to the point where it's just going to go all the way back to Lloyd inside the zone for Rendulic. Rendulic passes it up, and it's going to go all the way down the ice, picked up by McGee. McGee's going to take it, tries to bounce it off the glass. Smiles will knock it down, throws it to the slot where Holtzman is hit hard. And we've got a save, and we'll look and see what they say, and no penalty on the play, so we'll have a face-off to the right of the Hampton net. Big hit in the neutral zone. Goal by Cole Ferry at 11:13, so we're under 3 minutes remaining in that 5 minutes remaining in that contest now. Back out to the point, Rendulic over for Lloyd. Lloyd down for Holtzman. Holtzman behind. And for Dunlap, picked up by Holtzman. Throws it across for Rendulic, picked off by Penkowski. Serlignioni battles around, going to try to get it around the defenders, can't do so. It's going to be dumped back into the zone, chased down by Dunlap, Aiden Dunlap. Throws it down, but Cerrone will block it. Dunlap behind the net for Holtzman. Throws it in front for Smiles. Picked up by Hampton. Serlignioni's battling with Holtzman. Backhanded into the zone, Smiles. Smiles collects it. Battles off, but Penkowski will take it in a slot. Konecka for Trzynski. Throwing it across and off into the corner. Picked up by the Talbots. Set out for Trzynski. They're offside. They need to get Konecka on. Trzynski's going to go in. Radilla chases it down. Radilla throws it in front almost off of Cerrone's stick. Trzynski goes to the top of the slot, waits for everybody to reset, shoots, scores! Puts it off the post and in through traffic, and it's 5-2 Hempfield. That shot had eyes off the post. It's 5-2 Hempfield. Under 4 minutes to go in Greensburg. It's still 2-1. But Hempfield doing everything they can to make sure that they don't have to worry about being eliminated here tonight. Radilla will dump it in. Reiser collects it, throws it all the way down the ice. And that will be an icing call with 4:38 remaining. Still awaiting any update that goes on in that game for you guys. Face off one back, shot on by Hempfield around and cleared. McGee will hold on to it. Face off one up to the left of the net. Hurst steps in with Trzynski. Face off one back through the crease. McGee just lets it go. Dembowski collects it. Out for Reiser. Luke Reiser brings it across center. Turned over. Trzynski going to take it the other way. Kicks it up for Konecka. Shoots it behind the net. And Radilla battles around. Radilla. Zach Radilla, just backhanded by Krivnikar. Go out of the corner. Hurst tries to throw it in front. Trzynski's jumped down on that one. Picked up by Hempfield at the point and dumped back into the zone. 3:48 remaining, second period. Hempfield leads 5-2 here at Frozen Pond Arena. what is a crucial game for the Spartans, looking at what's happening in Greensburg right now. Radilla, Privnikar will battle 91 and 92 on the rosters respectively, and they're going to come in, Hampton will come in off sides, and we'll have a face-off just outside the zone. Face-off coming up, Kavanaugh. Will drop the puck. It's off one by Scanlon. Scanlon carries it in. Out for Penkowski. Bounces it around. For Scanlon, for Penkowski, throws it across. Had Serlignioni on the opposite post. Back down behind the net. Scanlon for Penkowski in front, but he's waiting for it, thinks about it, throws it across, finds Bianco, lets it go to Cerrone up front, and bounces around a couple players and held on to by Baylor. And we'll have a face-off to the right of the net with 2:56 remaining. We're coming down into the nitty-gritty. Greater Latrobe has tied the game with 42 seconds remaining at Kirk Nevin Arena. So it looks like we're going to overtime between Franklin Regional and Greater Latrobe. The fight's still in the Wildcats here. Face-off coming up. Scanlon wins the face-off. Backhand shot on. Save made. Rebound just wide by Penkowski. Goes behind. Picked up by Serlignioni. 2:39 remaining in the second period. Cerrone. Back down. Penkowski. Waits for it. Gives it to Scanlon. Scanlon skates out. Circles back along his near wall. Short shot on a hard angle. It's it over, and it's going to be picked up. And here comes Hempfield the other way. They just throw it down the ice, and an icing call against the Spartans with 2:08 remaining in the second period. Waiting to see what the final comes up from Nevin Arena. Colton McCutcheon scoring with time remaining for them. Picked up by Holtzman. He's going to throw it off the net. Colton McCutcheon scoring for Greater Latrobe to tie things up with 42 seconds remaining in the game. Franklin Regional, of course, probably going to need a win here. Picked up by Holtzman. Save McGee. Down around Varley. Varley battles in their corner. Bounce out to the point. Shot on, just wide of the net. Gray's shot knocked down by Holtzman. Almost bounced in. Smiles will get it back for Holtzman. Looking across for Dunlap, but it's going to be picked up by Troy, who goes the other way after a quick poke check. Gray will carry it in. Trent Gray in behind the net. Battles along. Crivelli bounces it around. Smiles. In, out. Back down for Smiles. Nice keep in there by Saltzgiver. To the point. Knitska. Back down and cleared out of the zone. Hurst almost broke Varley. Varley able to get to the puck first. No icing. Varley comes in, looks for the backhand, held on to by Baylor. And we'll have a face-off to the right with 50.9 seconds remaining in the third period. We have 2 update text messages. Let me see what I got. Overtime in Greensburg. 2-2 is your score. Franklin Regional and the Greater Latrobe Wildcats. Scanlon. When Trzynski step in, Trzynski gets tossed, and here comes Knitska. Back to the point. Picked up by Hempfield. Hempfield go the other way. Penkowski battles along with Lloyd. Turned over, but it's going to be picked up by Trzynski, who just bounces it around. Rendolik has a hard time with that one, has to go to Lloyd. Back behind the net, they'll battle. Pankowski battles off of him, and it's going to be Konitska. He's going to take it, dump it up for Trzynski, who finds Radilla coming into the zone. Trzynski wide open, big block by the Hampton defender. Scanlon will come the other way. The block, of course, was by Bianco. In the zone, 7 seconds remaining in the period. Radilla clear it down the zone. We got another update. Ladies and gentlemen, Greater Latrobe defeats Franklin Regional in overtime, 3-2. So that game, this game now with a regulation or any victory by Hempfield, Hempfield will head to the playoffs. So that's where we're at. Shots are 26-24 here. We're going to head into the third period. The break now before the third period. 5-2 Hempfield leads Hampton. They need a victory here. With a victory, Hempfield will clinch a playoff berth. Going back to the third period here at Frozen Pond Arena, Hempfield leading the Hampton Talbots 5-2 after 2 periods of play. And, well, it's big for the Spartans because big things happened down in the southeast where Greater Latrobe was able to come back from a 2-0 deficit to defeat Franklin Regional in overtime. So what that means is with a complete victory here, the Hempfield Spartans will head up to Plum and face the Plum Mustangs in the first round of the AA postseason. But they need to get through this period first. They're up by 3. Nothing's a given in the PIHL, so you might want to strap in for this one. Just a shout out to the Plum scout that I was just talking to. We were joking about, everything that was going on. He's paying attention to this game. And, of course, this is the team that's going to possibly invade Pittsburgh Ice Arena next week. So we'll see how that one ends up whenever we find out the schedule. But we're looking around. I'm going to actually try to search the scoreboard and see what happens. We talked about the AA. Baldwin defeating South Bay at 1-0. Baldwin couldn't put everything together, but it was okay because they were able to get to the victory. They finished 17-1 on the year, so not a bad season for the Fighting Highlanders. Mars defeating Moon, meaning next Thursday's game. This Thursday's game is for the division with Quaker Valley. Winner take all, basically. Depending on how it's won, we could find out if we have qualifier games or not. Moving along, Montour defeating Penn Trafford. We do have a qualifier game in the Southwest. It was Destiny. It will be Montour and West A. Do not have a time other than it's going to be on Sunday, and we do not have a location as they're usually on the neutral site rinks. So we'll go in and look at Class AAA. Of course, the Pine Richland North Allegheny game, pretty big when it comes to the standings. For Pine Richland especially, North Allegheny clinched it up. 1-1 after, looks like 1 or 2 up at Barrel Ice Complex. Pine Richland trying to battle their way into a home seed and force the hands of the schedulers to have 5 games at Barrel Ice Complex, or 4, I believe. Pine Richland opened up with Richard Wild in the first period, and then Will Paragary scored in the second for North Allegheny to tie things up, and we are currently at the end of the second period in that one. Mount Lebanon defeated Bethel Park 6-2. Moving along, we're looking in Class A, where we had 2 matchups today, both at the Island. Don't forget to change the period marker to 3 here. Chartiers Valley falls to North Hills 2-1, and Swickley Academy leading Beaver 2-1. Both of those are for third place in their respective divisions. Single A has been set for about a week now since Fox Chapel fell to Indiana on BurghHockeyLive. And in Class B, final ones that matter, Avonworth leading defeated Wilmington 7-1. So that one is going to set Wilmington into the 4 seed in the Class B North. Avonworth, of course, the number 2 seed in the Class B North. Elizabeth Forward leading Bishop Canevin 3-1 at Ice Castle Arena. That's huge because that will eliminate Bishop Canevin from the playoff race if that score holds up. Elizabeth Forward they already clinched the number 3 seed in the North. McDowell trailing Burrell 8-3 at Pittsburgh Ice. That game is now not important as Burrell has clinched the number 3 seed in the North officially on senior night. So face-off already done. Scanlon and Pankowski will battle along the boards. Picked up by Knitska. Knitska battles along the boards with Pankowski out to the point where Trzynski will take it up for Gray. Gray shot, glove. Oh, rolls in the net. Scored by Gray. McGee couldn't hold on to it, and it sneaks through, and it's 6-2 Hempfield. Well on their way. Too straightforward game at Pittsburgh Ice Arena. And I think that's basically it. It's just down to Morgantown on Thursday. If Morgantown clinches the playoff berth in Class B with a win, they will officially be in. They are tied with Connellsville currently. They lose, Connellsville will be playing a qualifier game with the Mohawks at a place to be determined later. Trzynski's going to come in and shoot, score. 7-2. Hempfield leads Hampton. We're 16-18 into the third period. Sorry, we're only about 42 seconds into the third. Hempfield gets 2 quick goals. So we got a lot going on as we move along. Field will win the faceoff. In comes Spartans. Back out. Varley will take it and turn the other way. Ethan Varley battles along. Can't get it through the Hempfield defense, and Spartans will dump it back into the zone. With 16:04 remaining, an icing call, and faceoff will come all the way down inside the opposite zone. Hempfield leading Hampton now 7-2. Spartans sneaking in late in the season. Didn't seem like anybody had a tear on Franklin Regional, as Franklin Regional started out really strong. Shot on, save, gloved. Holtzman with the shot, McGee with the save. Hempfield had an all right start to the season, was all over the place to begin, and then just turned it on in the second half. Caught up to Franklin Regional, who had a dry spell for a couple weeks, and then ended up, now they're going to look at the postseason against the Plum Mustangs. Don't know what day that's going to occur up at Pittsburgh Ice Arena, but it's going to save us from another qualifier game, as we've already got one of those in AA, possibly a second one, depending on what happens on Thursday. Holtzman takes it, shot up and around, looks for a tip in, save made. Dunlop couldn't get that one around. Privnikar battles along, it's going to go out to the point, shot high. Is that gloved by McGee? Yes, gloved by McGee, and held on to. And face-off coming up to the right of the Hampton cage. Down season for the Hampton Talbots. Graduated a pretty strong class after a rough year the previous year. Just weren't able to put it together in their division, and looks like they're on their way to a 4th place finish on the year. Good things to look at for Hampton. You look at these younger players, so like Neone, Scanlon, opportunity here. But you get these players, and it's a possibility that these guys are going to, improve next year. They've got a very young squad. And I've always liked, I looked at the backup goaltender, Frankel. He looked very good in the St. Margaret tournament this past year. Get another year on him. He's going to be a fine goaltender as they move along, so there's a lot to look forward to for this Hampton squad. Scanlon will take it, bring it in. Waits for it, shot, just misses the net high and wide. Here you go for Pankowski. Pankowski, of course, a freshman, leading the team in scoring. And Joey Pankowski, the all-star, just dominating when he's out there. He has a big size for a freshman. He's just going to get better as we continue to go. Radilla will pick up the puck, skate in, shot just off the outside of the net. So it's not all lost for the Hampton Talbots. Just a down year. They'll be able to come back next year. Hopefully, once we see how the teams get seeded in the following season, see how everything works out in the realignments and such, whenever you're talking about teams going up and down in the divisions. You're going to see teams go up. How hard is it going to be to keep a team like Greater Latrobe from moving up next year in the AAA? I don't know. But if you look at that comparative formula, the questionable thing now, you have to start looking. Do they make it a little bit bigger in AAA? Do you get a team like Hempfield, who has the attendance and the last 4 years of records that can go with it, that makes them a qualified AAA team? That's a team that could look like they go up. I mean, you always have to wonder at this point if, you have what teams are going to go up and what teams are going to come down. I don't see any teams coming down from AAA next year, maybe 1 or 2. And as we move along, Thomas Jefferson, do they stay up? Do they go down? What are they going to, do they come up or do they stay down? They go from single A to double A. South Fayette, down year this year. Does that qualify them to go down in the rankings. West Day and Montour are almost shoo-ins to stay up. Baldwin, do they go up in the rankings? Who knows at this point? But you wait and see next year. But Hampton in a position right now, young squad, put it together. Maybe they can pull off what Kiski did last year. You know, this year from last year, 1-15 on the year was Kiski, and they're division champions this year. So it's a big conundrum. What's going to happen with these squads? And you talk about it every single year. And, of course, being the final week of the season, I can start talking about these things. And do we have a predictor? Not quite, but we'll see how it goes. Pankowski comes in, shot on, scores! Reiser with the goal from the point, and it's 7-3. Puck had eyes, went through Baylor. And it is 7-3 with 12:38 remaining in the third period. Hempfield, of course, they're graduating their big guns this year, as Trzynski and Konitska will move on. But they looking like they're going to play another day here, at least another week, as they have Plum in the semifinal, in the quarterfinal, if they can move out through today. No time, no place. We'll know soon, though. Picked up, and turned over. Pankowski going to bounce it around. Scanlon battles around Cerrone, and it's going to be picked up by Anton Marino, who gets it up and to Griffith. Griffith into the zone, blocked and kept in by Hampton. Sullivan will just battle around where Cerrone will take it behind the net. Passes it off for Reiser. Reiser up and around. Holtzman. Holtzman for Reiser. Down, backhanded on by Holtzman. Cleared up by Pankowski. Out for Anton Marino. Looks for Cerrone behind. Reiser will take it. Bounce it up off the boards and out. And Hempfield will take it cleared out. Lloyd looks for Anton Marino. Just dumps it and just goes past him and down. No icing on the play. Cerrone will take it. Cerrone passes it down and across. But it's going to be picked up by Hurst. Tries to find Varley. Goes all the way down the ice, and Lloyd will chase it behind the net. 11-10 remaining in this one. Goes out. Here comes Hampton. In on the backhand. Save made. Just bounces outside of the net. Baylor got busted on that one, but it's going to come the other way. Here comes Smiles. Hunter Smiles will bring it in. Top of the circle. Loses the puck. Kaprivnikar battles him in the corner. Smiles battles around Hurst. Nice play to get that puck off of Smiles. That'll go back down. Catulli. He's going to battle around. It's going to be giveaway there to the slot shot by Hempfield. Save made by McGee. Back down. Smiles. Back down behind and battled along. Kaprivnikar. Still having a hard time finding out who Nick Wast. Nick Wast. Back down for Varley. Varley will carry it into the zone nicely. Varley battles in. This is how he scored his first goal. Brings it across. Baylor was trying to wait for him this time because he wasn't going to get him a second time on that play. And with 10:15 remaining, faceoff coming up to the left of the Hempfield net. This off one out by Hempfield, cleared out to Konitska. Konitska has Trzynski in front. It's not going to make it that far. Radilla will collect to give it over to Trzynski. It's going to go across the crease and find its way out to the point. It's picked up by Eisman. Eisman dumps it behind. It's for Reiser. Reiser for Pankowski, who carries it across center. Into the zone. Looks for Dembowski. Battles it behind Dembowski. Get to it, Pankowski. Dembowski dumps it around. Behind for Gray. Gray gives it back out to the point where Reiser will just dump it in. It's going to go out of the zone. Pankowski waits for it. It's going to be brought in by Trzynski, who just fires it wide of the net. Rebound by Gray goes wide. Alton shot down. To the point, Konitska. For Trzynski across. Blocked, save made, kept around. McGee shuts it down, goes out forward. Pankowski, who finds Dembowski, but he can't hold on to the puck as it goes down the ice. Gray over for Eisman. Eisman for Konitska, who just dumps it into the zone and on to net, and held on to by McGee. 8:58 remaining in the third period. See if we have an update. From Class AAA, which is our only real race on the evening remaining. Out Hurst carries it across center, dumps it in, picked up Antamarino. Waits for it, dumps it down, picked up by Hurst at center. He's going to carry it the other way. Hurst. Down, Cerrone. Back down into the wall, behind the net. It's going to go around for Antamarino. North Allegheny and Pine Richland still 1-1 in that contest. Behind the net, it's going to be Rendolik up for Holtzman. Gets past Dunlap, and Cerrone will battle across, but Smiles will pick it up, throw it on net. Saved by McGee, held on to 8:04 remaining, third period. Let's see what we have in that contest, see if we're still battling. Pine Richland needs the victory to try to hold on to any hope of getting a home playoff game in the first round. Face-off won by Hampton. Was all the way down and held on to by Baylor. Face-off cut up to the left of the Hempfield net. If you watch my preview show, we closed it with a very interesting statistic. And I'm going to touch on that here momentarily. Pankowski brings the puck out, gets it to Reiser. Reiser will dump it across into the zone. Picked up by Hempfield. Pankowski battles around, throws it into his own zone for Kaprivnikar. Just dumps it out for Pankowski. Pankowski battles in. Shot by Pankowski off, blockered off. Scanlon can't get to it. Looking for a very interesting statistic. As I said, through 6 games, Tyler Stewart of Burrell had 26 goals in the second half. He is not eligible for the post. Konitska shoots, save by McGee. Bounces up in front, back out to the point and cleared down the zone. Tyler Stewart of Burrell had 26 goals through the first 6 games that he played. Now, he's not playoff eligible because he only joined the team after Christmas. Tonight, against McDowell in the final game of his high school career, and there's a big hit as Scanlon got rocked in front of the penalty box. This Reiser will come the other way. Shot on in front, stopped by Dembowski, goes wide of the net. Varley down low. Picked up by Holtzman. The final game of his high school career, Tyler Stewart hits the 30-goal mark in 7 games with Burrell. Once again, 30 goals for Tyler Stewart with Burrell in a 10-4, looks like victory almost over McDowell. They had already locked up the number 3 seed before they even took the ice today as Avonworth defeated Wilmington. So they'll face the Carrick Cougars in the first round of the postseason instead of the Ringgold Rams. And here comes Cerrone. Goes out, back down. And that's a big note because they're going to be on the opposite side of the bracket than Ringgold. They'll be on the Shannock side of the bracket. And we'll talk about that on Sunday, I hope. And there's a penalty coming up. Nope, an offside call. they'll be on the opposite bracket than Ringgold because Neshannock will be the number 1 seed in that bracket. So the way that I believe that's how the brackets work this year in Class B. I'll have to look that up. Let me look at that real fast. All you need to know about me, folks, is I wing this stuff half the time. I'm fairly certain that that's how that works in Class B, but who knows? I can make a mistake every once in a while. I'm human. Shot out of the zone. 5:31 remaining in this one. 7-3 Hempfield leads. Class B. The bracket looks like this. Yes, that is correct. Carrick will be in the same bracket. I'm sorry, not Carrick. Burrell will be away from the bracket that is Ringgold. So Carrick and Neshannock will be the home teams in that bracket. And they will play at 9 p.m. in the semifinal, the 2 teams that win their first 2 games. And Avonworth and Ringgold will play at 7 p.m. on Monday at RMU Island Sports Center on March 9th. So that is how Class B is going to fold out in the postseason. So they do split the brackets out. North 1 and South 2, and South 1 and North 2 are the 2 separate brackets. There is no reseeding in any of the postseasons, I believe, in the PIHL, so you get what you get. Reiser comes in, shoots just high of the net. Down Hampton for Scanlon. Scanlon shots looking for the tip by Reiser. Comes down. So you look at those standings, and that's how that works. In Class Single A and Double A, it's pretty straightforward. The East plays the East, and the West plays the West. So the final will be an East-West final regardless of how you're seeded. So the 2 teams, the 2 division winners host in the East, the 2 second-place teams from the opposite division, and then that conference will play, I'll call it conferences for now. The Eastern Conference will play the Western Conference in the final after the 2 semifinals. So look at that, and that's how that works in Single A and Double A. And in Triple A, 1 versus 8 and 4 versus 5 in one bracket, and 2 versus 7 and 3 versus 6 in the other bracket will give you your bracket for how they'll play out in the postseason. Top seeds, the bracket with the number 1 seed will get the 7 p.m. game in the semifinals. The opposite bracket will be 9 p.m. in the semifinals. And in the finals, we will line up like this. Hampton will try to get it out of the zone. It bounces up to Hurst, but it's going to go out to the point. Hempfield will get it up to Holtzman. Holtzman brings it in, gets around a couple defenders, but can't get around the ultimate defender. Big hit in the corner by Holtzman. And Hampton showing a little bit of frustration here. Going around. Holtzman for the point. Down and clear. Let me bring up the Penguins Cup. The finals. I do know that on Monday it will be Double A and Single A. The Double A final will be Monday, March 16th at the Lemieux Sports Complex. And it will be at 6 p.m., followed by the Single A final at 8:30 p.m. at Lemieux Sports Complex. And on Tuesday at 6 p.m. will be the Triple A final at 6:30 p.m. Sorry, at 6 p.m., followed at 8:30. Big move here. Nice play by Konitska, but saved by McGee. The Class B final will be at Lemieux Sports Complex at 8:30. They're going to close out the night that week, so we'll have all that coverage through BurghHockey.com. We do not have broadcasting rights throughout the postseason, so once again, I thank you for joining us. Unless something changes, I'll let you know. That's shot wide of the net. 2 minutes, under 2 here remaining in this one. Hempfield, with a victory, will head to the postseason and play Plum next week. Almost all but sure here. Almost assured that they're going to have a road game next week at Pittsburgh Ice. tough year for the Mustangs, but they're going to move along and have the Spartans. Icing call here. And we will have a face-off all the way down in the Hempfield zone. And let's look and see what Hempfield did against the Plum Mustangs this season. Hempfield played Plum way back on December 9th and defeated the Mustangs 9-2 in that contest. So let's see how the team stacked up in that one. They were a little short-handed. Plum had that issue with the Moon game at that time, so I believe it was right after that. Trzynski had 2 goals and an assist. Konecka had a goal and 2 assists. Trent Gray, goal and 2 assists there. Cheering for their seniors here. Holtzman, Spare, Radilla, Spears, who's not playing tonight. And Gray had a goal. Gino Antamarino had an assist for Hempfield. And in goal for that game was Matthew Overdorf. 20 saves on 22 shots. So that's going to be the rematch at Pittsburgh Ice. Coming up, 1 minute remaining in this one. Smiles brings it in. Shot, save, McGee held on to. 49.4 seconds. Cheering their seniors here at Frozen Pond. Unofficial shots, 31-28 in favor of Hempfield. Trzynski steps in. Reiser brings it in. Konecka dumps it down in front. Battled off. Catulli tries to get it to Reiser. Bounces around. Trzynski dances around the half wall. Coming around. Catulli. Reiser. 36 seconds remaining in this one. Reiser comes out of the zone. Tries to get around a defender. Has Sullivan. Can't get it to Sullivan, so he's going to bounce back out. Trzynski's going to take it. Carried across center. In. Shot. Off of the stick of McGee. It's going to go to the corner. They'll battle along. Konecka will dump it on, but Radilla behind the net. Trying to wrap it around. Can't do it. 15 to go in this one. 7-3. Hempfield leading Hampton. Tip out around the corner. 10 seconds to go. Out of Konecka. Kaprivnikar will dump it around. Catulli get it out and cleared out of the zone. And that, my friends, the Hempfield Spartans will head to the postseason with a 7-3 victory over the Hampton Talbots. Thanks to a Greater Latrobe victory in overtime over the Franklin Regional Panthers, it will be the Hempfield Spartans at the Plum Mustangs at Pittsburgh Ice Arena next week in the first round of the postseason. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this season on Burgh Hockey Live. We have had a wonderful first season of coverage. Hopefully we get to do it again next year. Who knows at this point? We'll see how it plays out. Thanks to everybody for watching out there. I am Brian Mitchell. This is Burgh Hockey Live. We thank you. Enjoy the remainder of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow at Princegate as Peters Township and Cathedral Prep will battle for the number 3 seed in AAA. And then Upper St. Clair and Cannon McMillan will battle to make sure and see who takes that 4 seed, possibly pending on what happens with Peters Township. Take care, guys. I'll see you in Cannonsburg.